Okay, so I've been using the iPhone 14 Pro for the last week or so, and I've got to say I'm super impressed with the cameras on this, especially the updated cinematic mode. So what you're watching me now on is the iPhone 14 Pro in cinematic mode, 4K, 25 frames a second, because I'm here in Europe. I've got the Rode Wireless Go plugged in, and I'm going to use the same microphone on the Sony A7S III. But what I want to see is, can you tell a huge difference between this, my phone, and the Sony A7S III, which is a £3,500 camera here in the UK, about $5,000 with the lenses. Huge price difference. But if you're starting out as a content creator, could you use the iPhone instead? I think possibly you could. So let's switch now to the Sony A7S III. Okay, now just for reference, we're on the Sony A7S III. Now I know the angle's not quite exactly right. I'm filming on my own today, and this is just a test shot really, more for me, but I'm putting it up so you can see as well. We're still on the Rode Wireless Go, and I've set the camera at 24mm and an f4 because that's what I'm going to set the iPhone to when I come to edit it. So we can see what the background blur is like. Is it a similar amount? Is the iPhone kind of better or worse? And can you tell, is there a huge difference here between the picture quality? Now, what I will say is, obviously I'm filming at 1/50, I've probably got a lower shutter speed, so it's probably gonna look a little bit better straight out of camera, but I think in the future I'm gonna do more tests and try and get the settings the same, and also try and get an ND filter for the iPhone 14 Pro to see how that makes it compare. Maybe if we can slow that shutter speed down, get the 1/50 for doing these kind of shots, it might look almost identical. But let me know, what do you think of this? Now, let's try doing handheld. Just for reference, this is a closer handheld shot. I'm just hand holding the iPhone 14 Pro, just to give you an idea what it's like this close. How's it cutting me out in the background? I've purposely set that kind of crazy light on in the background there, so you can see if that throws it. I've got the lights on behind me in the set. How's it looking when you're up this close and personal? Okay, so this is the handheld shot. We're on the Sony A7S III with a Sigma lens at 24mm, still at f4. How does this look compared to the iPhone shots? In a second, I'll put the shots side by side so you can see what they look like. How's the crazy light there? How is the background defocus? Let me know. So again, this is just me playing around today. This isn't a full video. What I'm going to do is when Lewis is back in the office next week, I think what we should try and do is try and match, like for like, this Sony A7S III and the iPhone 14 Pro. Try and match the color corrections, try and match everything and see how close we can get them. Can we trick you? And if you want to see that video, let me know in the comments section below. But now let's put up these shots side by side so you can see the difference. So there we go, that's a very, very quick look and test of the Sony A7S III versus the iPhone 14 Pro. Just a quick test that I wanted to see myself on my television in 4K, but I am going to do a full video about this. So if you want to see this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in that video.